Previously on Kamikaze Cookery.
Yeah, what about Nigella Lawson? Right, all of her recipes look and sound lovely, but I've never actually heard of anybody who can actually successfully make them. They know how to do them. Average Joe public doesn't know how to do them, so they don't stand a chance.
So what we need really, in order to test this, would be some normal people.
Anybody know any normal people?
Unlike the others, I already had a normal person in mind.
Indexed your role-playing book. Who indexes their role-playing books?
There were pretty indexing things. That one has even more.
Yep, normality achieved. Morag is a gay singer-songwriter, role-playing geek. What could be more normal than that?
Sorry.
Having chosen my normal person, I had a pretty good idea what celebrity chef she'd like.
There are no pictures of her eating in here. I'm very upset.
Surely there are.
No. There's no mouth shots or close-ups of, I don't know, stuff. I thought there would be more lesbian content. I'm disappointed.
Nigella Lawson is the interestingly named, ultra-posh daughter of Tory Cabinet Minister Nigel Lawson. She is best known for making beautiful-looking recipes, then eating them in a pornographic manner. She then takes these and puts them in a recipe book, which is completely impossible to follow.
They're impossible to follow.
Oh yes, completely impossible.
God, she's just effusive about everything, isn't she? I don't want to nominate favourites, but even so, I have to say this is a pie I'm ecstatic about. Does entail quite a bit of work, but it isn't difficult work. Just moderately time-consuming. How long are we going to be here? I have a party to go to.
To cook, you need food. That's a Kamikaze Cookery top tip. Fortunately, Morag had a famous cookery presenter there to help with the hard bits.
Non-stick tin.
That's a pan. Ice cream.
Ice cream.
We need ice cream.
There isn't any ice cream on the list.
If it works, apple pies need ice cream. And if it doesn't work, I need ice cream. Okay. Let's do this thing.
Back in the kitchen, Morag needed my expert help once again.
I think it says somewhere, if you've got somebody who have low ability and general low intelligence, get them to core the apples.
Guess what I don't have in this house?
What?
Scales. 1 kilogram of flour, I need 250 grams. So that's about this much. Nice. Make the paste. Wait a minute. Make the pastry in a food processor as normal.
Okay, I can see this one's going to go well.
Now in the book, Nigella says that you don't need a food processor. However, in this recipe, she didn't tell us how to make pastry without one. So, I'm sure you'll be thrilled to hear, we improvised.
What are you meant to be doing there?
Supposed to be pulsing the flour into crumbs?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Meanwhile, my task had changed to peeling more apples.
It's looking like peeling the apples is going to take as long as the rest of the recipe combined.
Oh, it tells you how many apples.
How many
God
apples?
bless Nigella. About 3 large Bramleys. Although it was 3.5, I think, but we're making it in a smaller bowl, so 3 will be fine. And about 10 coxes.
I don't know if we're going to get.
You said coxes.
Yes, very good. Oh bollocks! I messed this one up. So I haven't messed it up in a terribly exciting way. I just shit. Oh, there we go. Now that was more exciting.
Did you hurt yourself?
No.
Oh bollocks! Boring. Nowhere does it tell you how much water to add. Alex!
Yeah, what?
Nowhere does it tell you how much water to add.
Well, add as much as seems sensible. That's what she means.
Well, at least the pastry making was going well.
I'm going to go on a limb on this one. I'll add the egg and I'll add a bit of water to cool it all down. And then I'll just keep adding water until it's the right consistency. The right consistency being sandy porridge.
Sandy porridge.
I know I like sand in my porridge, so I know exactly what sandy porridge should look like. Pray, Alex.
What?
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
While more ag needed, I decided to take a break from apples to go and find out why we were doing all of this stuff. Basically, pastry is made of 1,000 small pieces of sweet bread separated by fat. When we're making bread, we want the gluten proteins in the bread to bond to form a tough, stretchy mass. When we're making pastry, we want the dough to bond in very small bits, but to keep the individual pieces separated by fat, alone and afraid, in order to make sure it crumbles easily. It's a lot like a morale building day at a big multinational. That's why we rub the fat into the dough to, as the offspring so merrily put it, keep them separated. Of course, they were talking about horny teenagers and we're talking about bits of bread, but I think the analogy basically works.
Okay, Cox's apples complete.
You said Cox.
Yes, I did. I said big Cox earlier and you didn't like it.
Okay, this kind of looks like pastry. Look. Turn the pastry out and press it into 2 discs.
Okay.
One slightly smaller than the other. Wrap each in cling film. Cling film. Everybody loves cling film.
While the pastry chilled, Warwick had another task for me, her slightly startled sous chef.
You know how we don't have a food processor?
Yeah.
So we can't food process the
bollocks.
apples.
What do I have to do?
Can't decide if this is slightly too dry. This is alright. Slice the Bramleys into small chunks and fry in half the butter. Half the butter. 80 grams unsalted butter. Ah! Yeah, we won't tell Alex that we spilled tea on his book.
You did what?
Nothing.
If only that had been the worst news of the day.
How much of that have you done?
Most.
Oh, bollocks.
Why?
Because I read apple mush and I assumed that I was food processing it, but actually the mush was because we were going to fry it.
Oh. Okay.
But the good news is we have 20 minutes, so I can just go and buy more apples.
Oh, you're a sadist, Borak. I think I'm going out for a cigarette, you know?